It's 3 a.m. You are exhausted. Your body is begging for sleep. But your brain is wide awake. It's replaying that one embarrassing thing you said 5 years ago. It's worrying about an email you have to send next Tuesday. It's creating fake scenarios where everything goes wrong and you lose your job, your relationship, and your dignity all in the span of 10 minutes. If this sounds familiar, you aren't crazy and you aren't alone. You are stuck in what psychologists call the rumination loop. Most people think the solution is to just think positive or distract yourself. But I'm going to tell you right now, that is the worst advice you can follow. Trying to force your brain to stop thinking is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. Eventually, it's going to pop back up and hit you in the face. In this video, we are going to fix this. Not with fluffy motivational quotes, but with actual psychology. I'm going to show you exactly why your brain is wired to torture you, and then I'm going to give you 3 clinical tools to shut down the noise and finally get some peace. Part 1. Why your brain is your own worst enemy. First, we have to understand the machine we are working with. You might blame yourself for overthinking. You might think, why can't I just be chill like everyone else? Here is the truth. Your brain was not designed to make you happy. Your brain was designed to make you survive. For 99% of human history, if you heard a rustle in the bushes and you thought, oh, it's probably just a cute bunny, you got eaten by a tiger. But if you were the anxious guy, the overthinker who assumed the rustle was a predator, you survived. You passed on your genes. We are the descendants of the anxious people. This is called the negativity bias. Your brain treats negative thoughts like Velcro, they stick. It treats positive thoughts like Teflon, they slide right off. There is a specific part of your brain responsible for this called the default mode network. When you aren't doing a specific task, when you're driving, showering, or trying to sleep, this network lights up. It is basically your brain's screensaver mode. And unfortunately for us, the screensaver is usually a horror movie. So step 1 is forgiveness. You aren't broken. You just have a survival machine that is working a little too well in a world where there are no more tigers. Part 2. The pink elephant paradox. So how do most people try to fix this? They try to suppress it. You say to yourself, stop worrying, stop thinking about it. Let's try an experiment right now. For the next 10 seconds, I want you to not think about a pink elephant. Do not imagine its big ears. Do not imagine its trunk. Do not picture the color pink. Short pause. What are you thinking about? A pink elephant. This is what Harvard psychologist Daniel Wegner called ironic process theory. When you try to push a thought away, your brain has to constantly check to make sure you aren't thinking about it. By checking, it actually brings the thought up more. So, if we can't push the thoughts away and we can't ignore them, what do? We have to change our relationship with them. We have to stop being the victim of our thoughts and start being the observer. Tool number 1. Cognitive Defusion, the radio technique. The first tool comes from ACT, Acceptance and Commitment Therapy. It's called Cognitive Defusion. Usually, when we have a thought like, I'm a failure, we treat it as a fact. We fuse with it. We think thought equals reality. Cognitive diffusion is about detaching from the thought. You look at the thought rather than from the thought. Here is the practical technique. The next time your brain starts spiraling, I want you to imagine your mind is a radio. And this negative stream of consciousness, that's just a station playing in the background. Let's call it K-Doom Radio. When the thoughts start, don't argue with them. Don't fight them, just label them. Say to yourself, there is K-Doom Radio again, broadcasting the I'm Not Good Enough Greatest Hits collection. It sounds silly, but it is scientifically brilliant. By labeling the thought, you engage your prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain, and dampen the amygdala, the emotional center. You strip the thought of its power. You aren't a failure anymore. You are simply a person having the thought that you are a failure. Those are two very different things. Tool number 2, the worry window. Okay, but what about real problems? Sometimes we overthink because we actually have issues to solve. Bills, relationships, work. You can't just label a past due bill and hope it goes away. For this, we use a technique called the worry window. Overthinking tends to bleed into everything. It ruins your dinner, your gym session, and your sleep. The solution is to schedule it. Literally, put it in your calendar. Pick a time. Let's say 5 p.m. to 5:20 p.m. This is your designated time to freak out. During the day, when a worry pops up, let's say at 10 a.m., you start worrying about your car breaking down, you catch it. You write it down in your notes app, and you tell your brain, I am not ignoring this, we will handle this, but we are doing it at 5 p.m. This satisfies the brain's need to remember the danger, but it frees you up to focus on the present. Then, at 5 p.m., you sit down. You look at your list, and you worry hard. You problem solve. You write out plans. But the second the timer hits 5:20 p.m., you stand up, you change your physical environment, and you are done. The shop is closed. Tool number 3, the what-if flip. Finally, let's tackle the what-if spiral. Anxiety loves what if. What if I get fired? What if she leaves me? What if I embarrass myself? Your brain is simulating a negative future to prepare you, but it rarely simulates the positive. I want you to use the what-if flip. Every time your brain offers a negative possibility, you must force it to offer a positive alternative. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. If your brain says, what if I mess up this presentation? You must answer, and what if I crush it and get promoted? If your brain says, what if they don't like me? You must answer, what if we become best friends? You don't have to believe the positive 100%. You just have to acknowledge that it is statistically just as possible as the disaster. This breaks the tunnel vision of anxiety. Listen, you are not your thoughts. You are the thinker of your thoughts. Your mind is a tool, a sharp, powerful tool. Right now, the tool is running you. But with these techniques, labeling the radio, scheduling your worry, and flipping the what-ifs, you can pick that tool up and start running it. It takes practice. You've spent years wiring your brain for anxiety. It will take a few weeks to wire it for peace. But it is possible. If you found this helpful, do me a favor. Hit that like button so this video reaches more overthinkers who need some sleep. And subscribe for more psychology that actually works. I'll see you in the next one.